Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It's Burn After Rolling. My name is BT. We got my guy Scoop in the building.
Yo, yo.
And today we got a special guest. We got Christian and Alan from Ella and the Rise podcast. You know, we had an interview on his podcast. It was super dope. We had some good jokes. This motherfucker tried to stump me on a circle full of dead people. You know what I mean? He had me choose between all the dead people. He said, which dead person do you want to take off? I was like, yo, this nigga's trying to set me up. You know what I mean? It was an experience, though. It was dope.
The last game, you're going to take down one of the posters behind me, and you're going to put up somebody new.
Who's the top right?
That is Chester Bennington, singer of Linkin Park.
Yeah, he can go. I like Linkin Park, but he can go.
Why him at everyone?
Because Linkin Park's cool, but who's the one your middle left?
That's J. Cole.
J. Cole. See, all right. Either because they're all dead. Amy Winehouse, you can't take her down because she's dead. That's fucked up. Lil Peep, that's fucked up. I can't do that.
Yo,
Kurt
the game
Cobain,
is the game, man.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga's crazy. Well, I'm taking down top right corner.
All right, so Chester's dead too.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, me and him had a good conversation afterwards, and you know, we figured we'd get you on my podcast. You know what I mean? But you're coming from a long way, so can you talk to the people real quick? Tell them about yourself a little bit.
I'm Christian. I'm from Long Island, and yeah, I got a podcast on YouTube, Ella on the Rise. You know, definitely check it out. Ran into these dope guys, offer me a podcast space, and we chopped it up and gave them an interview. And appreciate you guys showing love back. So,
absolutely.
Where are you from, though?
And my name's Alan. I'm from Lindenhurst. We went to high school together back in the day, and I also used to be a part of the Ella on the Rise podcast with him. Now I'm just kind of doing my own thing, like stand-up comedy and stuff.
So word?
Come
you
see
stand-up?
A little bit.
Yeah, where you
in
doing
2
that?
weeks, I'm doing, honestly, my first show is going to be an open mic. I think it's in Bohemia, but I got to get back to that on the date. Follow me on Instagram, Alan Shepard Jr. You'll find the date on that.
Tell us a joke right now.
Fuck, dude.
It's usually that right there. I'm a rapper. You want you to rap all the time. It's like, fuck, man.
But guess what? I'm like what they call the unfunny comedian. So I'm just not funny, but I get on stage and embarrass myself.
That's cool. Okay. You make yourself a bucket joke. You know what I mean? So you're coming from Missouri, man. That's a long way from Long Island. So what makes you go all the way to Missouri and still like have that tie to continue on covering Long Island artists and, you know, maybe not going to where you're at maybe?
So for those who don't know, I don't live in Long Island anymore, but I grew up there my whole life. And yeah, I moved to Missouri for work. I had to travel, but I still wanted to support all the talent that we have, and I still want to be connected with the scene. So the only way to do it was through Zoom because we can't do it in person. We used to do it in person.
Yeah,
myself and Alan, we had our own spot. And yeah, I still want to, you know, that's home for me. So I still want to be connected and support. So that was the whole idea behind it.
Okay. So when did you guys start doing this around?
Well, there is like kind of an origin story to it, right?
Get into it, fellas. Let's hear it.
Wait.
Let's hear that
So,
backstory.
I guess to set it up, what year was that we started at?
I had the idea to do it September 2018, and then we actually started doing it October 2018, and we were like, we had weeks booked out of people coming through. We were so
Booked out
excited.
people. We had a good
almost
turnout.
every day.
But
So
the craziness thing is like one day I'm just vibing, playing a little FIFA on the Xbox at the crib. And
The best EA game.
you know, you feel me?
This
And
nigga been trying to get me to download 23 all night last night.
come see me, I'm on it.
Okay.
But not fucking. He rings me, calls me up. I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, dude, I got this fucking crazy idea. I'm gonna start interviewing musicians and people in the local area. I got people coming in. I got this guy Dice. Shout out Dice. I got all these
Shout
old
out
people like these bands coming in. But he's like, I got this comedian. He's like, I know you're funny, and like it'll be a good conversation if you come in and talk to the comedian. I'm like, okay, word. Yeah, you know what? If I'm gonna do one, I might as well do all of them. Next thing you know, like we're doing it for 2.5 years.
There you go.
Or whatever it is.
Okay.
And it's kind of like I want to let him talk about himself a little bit, but I know he doesn't brag really. But he's been a local musician in the area for decade more.
Okay. What do you do?
Right.
So yeah, come on, like tell him like rap metal.
yeah, so I started in a band with just some friends from high school.
Okay.
And the band broke up. Just we had a good 5-year run. Shout out the guys.
Yeah, DTP.
And
What's the band called?
it was originally called DTP. It was like rap metal, like Linkin Park and System of a Down had a
And went hard.
baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Is how I would describe it. But yeah, I didn't want to give it up. So like I tried one genre and it didn't work, and I went to another genre and it didn't work, and like nothing was sticking, and I was like, fuck this shit. And I just stopped, and yeah, it just wasn't working.
Really?
It wasn't clicking,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Instead of stopping, what he did was he thought, I want to support the people that are still doing it. He doesn't give himself enough credit. You know what I'm saying? Because like
okay,
his first
yeah.
thing to do, he stopped, but then he was like, I gotta get in the scene. I gotta start.
It was like a transition.
Giving people a
kinda.
platform. Yeah, he wanted to give
Absolutely.
people a platform because he knew on the island at that time there wasn't many platforms. I'm sorry, I'm talking about you, like, but you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
like
you hit a little.
you know.
No, it's
You did a little
it's
little pivot.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah,
You did a
yeah.
little. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit familiar to our story as far as our podcast, because we're both musicians. We got tired of the grind of being local artists and not getting recognition for anything. So we said, you know what? Let's interview these guys. Let's interview the ones that are coming up, and at least give them a voice to be heard. You know, and that's how we, started. There's more going into it, but.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
how
not gonna
pretty
lie.
much
There's
we
a lot.
started.
That's like one of the small aspects. We have so much into
Yeah.
this shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I know you guys do like Ella and the Roz, but you guys do a lot of rappers. I didn't know you guys did like metal, and you came from like a metal background and everything. So what are some of y'all favorite bands coming up?
Oh shit, man. So I'm all over the place, but like, yo, 3 Days Grace is fire. Fucking
I could be just like you.
favorite song, right?
I got you.
Yo, like
I got you.
Wage War.
I'm white.
Yeah, hold on. I had to hit both of you with it.
Like the list goes on and on. Like fucking Linkin Park's probably like the best band
Lincoln,
ever
all
for
right,
me.
all right.
Okay.
Fucking Nirvana.
Nirvana, all right.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
now
I'm
you
so
talk.
ashamed.
All right, now you talking
Yeah.
my era. All right,
Rage
you know.
Against
Rage, Rage is always
yeah,
fire. Yeah, yeah.
I just seen them live like a month and a half ago.
Word?
Madison
Square
Square
Garden.
Garden. Yeah, it was fire.
That's
Unreal.
That's a dope little experience, man. I'm not gonna front, bro.
That's your first concert?
Nah, well, for
okay.
them, yeah. It was my
Yeah.
first Rage concert. Yeah, I've been to plenty of concerts, but yeah, it was just so surreal because they've been one of my favorite bands forever.
I was always like a fan of the Warped Tour culture and like that punk culture and the skateboard culture. I've always been a fan of that my whole life. It's funny to kind of see like rap transition into that now. You know what I mean? Like you see Travis Scott.
They didn't
I mean,
transition into it. They fused.
It fused. That's
Two
what I'm saying.
different things fused together. To say it transitioned, that's crazy.
I mean, rock. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Respectfully, I can't really name any crazy rock that's really shaking the world right now.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Rock,
Yeah, but
rap.
you don't lose the genre though.
I feel like
Transition into it,
I
that
feel like
creates-
if this was a business world, like if this was like all right, rap is like a business. Let's just say I think rap absorbed, you know what I mean, like bought out fucking rock music, basically absorbed them into their fucking, you know what I'm saying. Now there's like, not to say rock is non-existent. Metallica just opened, just closed for the like the Festival for the World or something, like some charity event. Some big charity event too, with Mariah Carey performing.
Yeah.
So they're still, prevalent in the culture, but it's not like it is now.
Well, you think of it like this: is like, what was the #1 rock song this year? It's an Imagine Dragons song.
That's just
Imagine Dragons is the most mid rock music, like electronic mid level rock music I've ever heard in my life, and it's topping the charts. When you go back to what 93,
Go back to 04, bro.
Nirvana.
You go back
know
to
what I'm
04,
saying?
dog.
04, yeah. Even Nickelback's harder than Imagine Dragons.
Look at this photograph.
So I'll just say this: in 2016, a rock band that knocked Drake off the #1 spot was Blink-182.
Blink-182,
in
yeah.
2016.
Okay.
That's my favorite band.
So
They're awesome.
the thing is you're right.
I'm a Green Day guy. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
It's still good.
New rock bands, it's so hard, but the old rock bands that had the cult following,
Yes.
they got
Yes, they
hardcore
still got it.
fans,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
we can still dominate. But there's the new ones. I feel bad for them because rap,
Yeah,
rap
bro.
is
It's
is
you might
the
as well
job.
You
fucking
have
rap
to,
at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you hold on. So yeah, we gotta hear some of your fucking this rap metal, bro. You were the rapper of the band,
He
or
was
you
a
were the
screamer, dude.
Can you scream for me right now?
Oh man, I
Hey,
mean,
Yes,
yo,
yes.
hey, hold on.
Oh my god.
I'll fucking try.
Oh my god. Let's get some emo screaming.
Cause every day that goes by, I try and fake this. Sitting in these four walls screaming, I can't take this!
That was one of his old joints too. That was one of his old joints too.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie
You
to you,
got the
bro.
voice for that. Yeah.
That was the
I-
original album right there.
How do you do it out loud? Because I can do that. I can do it under my breath, like you know what I mean. I can, but I can pause. That sounds crazy.
Why are you?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That was bugged out, but I can do it kind of like. But I don't know how the fuck you are able to be loud with it. That shit bugs me out.
So it's literally just practice. I was like, I used to be way better when I was really doing it. Now I
Yeah.
don't do it at all.
So you don't have no aspirations to perform ever again?
I will never pursue music, but I will do it. But I will not pursue it. I will not try to grow fans. I will not try to grow a following. It's the toughest thing. And
do,
it's
yeah.
not, and it's like, okay, if you're great at it, it is still hard. It doesn't matter. It's you're getting the results as if you suck. That's how hard it is.
Yeah.
I feel that. So fucking, what made you say fuck the music shit though? Like I'm still trying to understand what made you say fuck the music shit.
To be honest, and looking back, maybe I was a little dramatic, but I invested $900 in it, and I was like, I could throw another 100, and I'll be 1,000 deep, but I'm not gonna get a penny back.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie. All what I've read, you know what I mean, from experts is, you give yourself a 5-year plan. If you don't succeed within the 5 years, start making transitions, start figuring things out, you know what I mean, start to pack it up, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, to any rappers that's been grinding, for 10 plus years, you know what I mean, to stop doing it. But what I'm saying is I understand because it makes sense. You know what I mean? On a business standpoint, on your pockets, and you're growing up, you're not getting any younger. You know what I mean? I completely understand. Now, what about you? Did you ever pursue music at any point in time?
No, I never did music. I was just in the mosh pits of the shows he was playing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like I was
shit.
always the hangout guy. I've always had like a big personality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the reason he drew me to come to LI on the Rise when they first started.
Okay.
Is because I'm a good conversationalist.
Yeah.
And being in front of the camera wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was
feel
just
that.
something, and like he just thought, I would add to the show, and I guess I did. You know what I'm saying? And then I
Absolutely.
kept doing it, and then we would come up with ideas and stuff. So I kind of went from having nothing to do with being in the music scene, just being a bystander, going to shows and everything like that, to then being a foothold in it, like videotaping, podcast, and having people on and stuff like that. And it's just all spawned from an idea from him. You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope.
And that's why the show was lit, because it was the dynamic of like, I'm a little bit more on like the production.
Yeah.
And what do you like interviewing an artist? Like, what do you use? Pro Tools? Like,
Yeah.
how do you structure your music?
Yeah.
And then you kind of have like your average,
I'm the
everyday
rational consumer.
music
Yeah, yeah.
listener.
You know what I'm saying?
So I might think of something he don't think of, or vice versa. So I thought that was cool too.
There always is one.
To have that chemistry, yeah. To have that chemistry.
There always is one super technical guy that's
Yeah.
thinking about all the little
Gotta have
random shit and what may go wrong and what's not gonna. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Listen, he's mad at me right now because he didn't get to order his burrito.
Absolutely.
Chipotle?
No, avocados.
Shout out Avocados.
Yeah.
They're right down the road. And shout out to our sponsor, too. Twisted Flowers, 24/7 by your side. Multiple flavors. Get your eye candy. That's top shelf, man. Don't be scared of it, man. Just get with it. But, yeah, man, he's pissed off at me because I didn't get
I
his
could have
bur-
ate. I didn't.
And
eat
I was
anything all
wondering,
day, yeah.
I was worried about what could go wrong. I was like, I don't want to waste these dudes' time. Yeah, I didn't know y'all was just chilling all day.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, just having a nice little partner day. You know what I mean? So now that he's in Missouri, is it like tough? Is it tough? Like, because I know you weren't on the episode of L.I. on the
Yeah.
Rise with us. You know what I mean? Like he's been kind of doing his own, not really doing his own thing. I'm not gonna say because you guys are here together, but you guys have been kind of, I guess, drifting apart or whatever.
Yeah, so like I guess in saying the capacity, I'm not a part of LI on the Rise anymore. But at the same time, I support what he's doing, and I helped build up the beginning stage, for most of it up until now. And really, it's just he's my boy. We've been friends since high school. We met 10th grade, some shit like that. Mr. whoever's class, history class.
Selt.
Mr. Parcel's history class, and he told me he's gonna go into the, and I was like, all right, you do what you got to do. It's your life. You live it. You know, it is what it is. I'll figure it out on my own. And I've kind of went more of the route of trying to do comedy and like trying to find things to do myself instead of pursuing LI on the Rise. And then when he wanted to come back, when he was settled in Missouri and wanted to do Zoom calls and this and that over like and do interviews, I didn't see myself taking that path anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just here too because I support him.
I feel that.
And
Okay.
you know, even though I don't do it anymore, it's still my
buds
baby.
that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I've known the guy forever. You know what I mean? I got to make sure he's all right. Yeah.
And,
But yeah.
and let me just say this: like we were doing in-person interviews for a year, and then this pandemic happened, and people were saying like you should do video chat, and I believe you were the one saying that too.
Yeah.
But now first off, you know, the government's telling us, 15 days, stop the spread. You know, this won't be that long. I didn't know it was going to be 2 fucking years. So I was stubborn, and I was like, if it's not in person, I don't want to do it.
I feel that.
So I'm kind of part of the reason why that hiatus happened. And then I moved, and now I want to do it. And now I have no choice but to do it through
So
video chat.
So you made your way over to Missouri, what, mid-pandemic?
I moved there December 2021.
Oh.
So it was almost... Well, I don't even know if it's ending. But
Yeah,
to the
year
tail
end.
end.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So why don't you try to? Well, you're in Missouri. There's not much going on over there.
There's
St. Louis is big for
Oh, you're in
artists.
St. Louis? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
St. Louis is big for
See,
artists.
now you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
I thought you was just in motherfucking
it's party-
Plains somewhere. You feel me?
It's a party city over there.
No, it
It's
is.
a party-
Yeah.
It is
No,
lit.
so then why? Yeah, I mean, you can make your thing like a hybrid too, where you can still show love to home, and then you can even just explore. Because this is at the end of the day, this is just Ella and the Rise is your pod, and this is they're following you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like you should kind of bring them with you everywhere you go.
So you're saying like
Just call it on
do
the
the
rise.
Missouri artists,
It's
right?
on the rise, man.
So I am passionate for someone who's talented but is not getting as far as they can because of the area that they're in. And it's only Long Island.
I
We
feel
have
that.
a stereotype. That
Yeah,
there's-
no, we do it all. You don't
Definitely.
even have to finish that. I
you know
got
what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like I will not turn my back on Long Island.
I feel that. I feel that.
You know what I
That's
mean?
amazing.
Because the thing is anybody who becomes big in Long Island ends up turning their back on Long Island the second they're big.
Yeah.
That's the facts. You know what I'm saying? Even from the beginning, Eric B and Rakim from out here, but they don't jack Long Island when they were going up. They're jacking the city. Stuff like that. Even, Method Man lived in Brentwood. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever talk about he's from Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? Which is the truth. He is from Staten Island, but like people don't rep from being out here. They, they'll say they're from New York, and then when they get big, they'll never mention Long Island.
They may mention Long Island, but they don't mention even their town.
That's
Like,
where my grandma's house was.
they don't say I
Yeah,
lived in
yeah,
North
that's my
Bab.
grandma's
They don't be like I
house,
lived
yeah.
in North Bab. They just be like, yeah, I was in Long Island.
That's the
Right.
biggest thing. People on Long Island, they leave and they forget they're ever from here. People from LA say they're from, you can't get them to stop saying they're from LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People from the city, same thing. You know what I mean? Even
Why do you
Atlanta
guys
rappers.
think? Why do you think that is?
Uh,
Why do you think that is?
What, that Long Island's a hard area?
That nobody once they make it big wants to rep Long Island. Why do you
I
think
have
that is?
no fucking idea.
no clue, and it's just
It's still New York.
who we had on the
It is,
yeah.
who we had on the show, Dice, right? That said Long Island is like crabs in a barrel, and like all the crabs are trying to get out of the barrels, pulling the crab in front of them down the barrel to launch themselves up, and they're all just constantly pulling themselves up and down and not getting out of the barrel. I think a lot of the thing has to do with Long Island. A lot of the artists, I hate to say it, don't really care for collabing and being together, the togetherness a lot of the time. I feel like that gets missed.
No camaraderie.
Camaraderie
No,
is lacking. Where it's like Atlanta rappers, they're all playing their hits in strip clubs out there. Like they're like almost anybody that's a low end rapper in Atlanta that spends a little bit of money ends up getting their shit played in a club.
Yeah.
Out here, there ain't no clubs playing anybody's shit.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? You go to a club, you're hearing Biggie, you're hearing DMX, you're not hearing.
We have like spots like shouts out Revolution.
Shout out, yeah, rest in peace, Revolution.
We have
Oh,
we
they're
have-
done?
Yeah, it's a church now.
What?
Yeah.
Since
It's a
when?
church.
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
Oh.
Done.
Down
Gone.
under.
God
Audi.
damn, bro.
What about
Bro,
Amityville?
I think Amityville
going
Music
strong.
Hall is
Music.
They're
still
still
there,
going strong.
still
Shouts
rocking.
out
Yeah, shout out to
Amityville,
them. The
yeah.
Earwax sessions at Amityville Music Hall was like a legendary Tuesday night.
It was.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It was, man. Hell
Absolutely.
yeah. Probably
like
I still
100
have
of
my
them.
flyer. when we
Facts, me too.
performed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout outs to them.
Rocks, DA,
DA, all of them. Yeah,
everybody.
man. Duck and all of them. Yeah,
Shouts
good
out
people.
all
You
Earwax.
when did y'all start going to those shows and stuff and like finding out about that?
I remember when you told me about it.
maybe like summer 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Bro, I was performing in them shits in like 2014, 2015,
Shit.
bro.
Yeah, when we started going,
Yeah, like
it was
the
like
first
number
ones.
100 and something, you know, and we went and
Yeah, I was at like I might have like did
yeah.
like 2018 type shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was really like an early performer back
yeah,
then, bro.
it was good times.
Hell yeah, man. That's this, bro, because it was nice. You know what I mean? It was like a little spot. You know, you get your homies would always pop out. You know what I'm saying? It was. Everyone, and it was never really bad vibes. You know what I mean? All the
No.
people that ran it were pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
And they encourage like networking
Yeah,
and
they
stuff,
did.
which is great. You know?
Biscuit was always in the building
Yeah,
at that time.
yeah, back then, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I think they did a few vendors in the back.
Yeah, they had
Yep,
mad
shirt
names.
vendors. They had the lady that did the food and stuff. She, yeah, that was cool.
What happened to Earwax?
I
They
don't
done?
know. I think it's
I'm
done.
not sure.
I'm not sure. You know, I think it's one of those scenarios. There's too many people at the top that can't come to a decision. You know, and they just ended up stopping. That's what the one guy was telling me. You know, it was just a mutual.
Really?
Let's,
Everybody
you know,
bow out. Yeah.
That's some shit though, bro.
It
'cause
happens,
they
man. The Long Island culture.
Yeah.
Long Island culture. You get swallowed by it, or you get,
That shit's crazy. It's like so what's what are you some of you guys' goals to like change the narrative out here?
Yeah, so like the idea for the podcast for me was like I want to change the stereotype where it's like I'm building up a decent audience and it's like, yo, like if you think nobody cares, like people care here because I'm only local.
Absolutely.
I'm never if I get an opportunity for somebody big, I'll take it, but I'm really focused on the local artists. I'm not trying to go to Coachella or have my own show or be famous. I don't even say my name on the podcast. I
Yeah,
want
dead ass. I did not know your name until you said it.
right?
Yeah.
I want the podcast to be famous. I don't want to be famous.
That's
I want
amazing.
the local artist to be famous. Who gives a fuck about me? You know what I mean? And what was the original question? I apologize.
I said, what is something you want to do to change the narrative?
Yeah, so I want to have build a community, even though it's online, of people that like, yo, like if you think no one cares, if you think no one gives a fuck, like I'm trying to make a difference.
So you want all of us to have a spot to come to you.
absolutely like
get
if
you.
every
I get
person on like
Or everybody that feels the same passion about Long
exactly.
Island. I got you.
know, and
I
I'm
got
not
you.
one to make a Facebook status or a Twitter status, and that's it. I'm really passionate about it.
Yeah,
and
I
we
got you.
we were doing it for so long, and I'm still doing it, and I'm proud, and like I'm blessed everyone who's joined and everyone who tunes in and for everything because I'm kind of crazy, you know. I'm trying to find support in an area with no support.
Yeah.
I
Facts.
must be insane, but I believe in it so much, and I know there's other people that feel the same way. You guys probably feel the same way.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you ran into people. Yo, it's so lit. Like, why is it not clicking for him? She's so dope. Like,
yeah.
why is it not working?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I live in Missouri. People are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
People
weird
are
out there.
nice.